Good. So after completing the pure substance, impure substance differentiation, we know what are the components comes under pure and what are the components comes under impure. And mixtures are classified into two, homogeneous and heterogeneous. The examples also, it's very clear. You understood, I think so. Am I right? You understood the concept, whichever we have completed till the last slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, Bhumika. So next one is solution. Solution is a special type of homogeneously mixed up composition of two or more substance. In such a mixture, solute and the solvent are present in it. Okay. So when we comes under solution, solution is a combination of solute and the solvent. Alright? Solution. Solution is a combination of solute and the solvent. Solution is a combination of solute and the solvent. Understood? So here solute means lesser quantity. Solute means lesser quantity. Solvent means higher quantity or more quantity. For example, here solute comes under salt because we take lesser amount of salt which is mixed up with water. So water will take linear quantity which we are going to mix up. Whatever, when we have taken solid and liquid to make a solution, always the solid in the lesser quantity, so that's why we consider it as solute. And that liquid, whatever we have taken, that liquid in the higher quantity, that's why we called it as a solvent. Understood? Yes? So here, like mixtures, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture, here we are having different kinds of solutions. Different kinds of solutions. Okay, what are the different kinds of solutions we are going to? So here true solutions, colloidal solutions and suspensions. There are three different types of solutions. One is true solutions, colloidal solutions, suspension solutions. If you go to the laboratory techniques or if you go to the lab, send lab activity in your laboratory so that you can easily know the different types of solutions. But here we are going to deal with different examples so that you can understand the properties of true solution, colloidal and suspensions. So let us see one by one, like first one, true solution. So true solutions, characteristics. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more solutions. Can I give you the example so that you can understand the properties or the characteristics of true solutions? Salt in water, sugar in water. Okay, salt in water, sugar in water, alcohol in water. Tincture effect. Sorry, tincture solution. What do you mean by tincture solution? Iodine mixed up with what? Alcohol. Tincture. Tincture solution. It also comes under true solution, tincture. So it's a combination of iodine, alcohol. It's a combination of iodine and alcohol. Tincture. Understood?
Tincture will always be iodine and alcohol.
Always, always. It's a combination of iodine and alcohol is called as tincture solution.
Okay, ma'am.
Then soda water is also the example of true solution.
Yes, dear. Water?
No, soda water.
Yeah, true solution example we can give soda water. Yes, gas in liquid. So that is an example here. The gas like a carbon dioxide has taken as solute and water is considered as solvent. Yes, we can dear. We can. So tincture solution is a combination of iodine and alcohol. Here iodine in lesser quantity, so it is considered as solute, and it is alcohol is in the higher quantity, so it is considered as solvent. Understood? So that means they are completely homogeneous mixtures. They are completely homogeneous mixture. The solute of the particles cannot be seen with a naked eye. Because once it is mixed up with the solvent, we can't differentiate the color. So when the iodine is mixed up with alcohol, we'll say that it's a solution. It's a tincture solution. We can't differentiate what are the components present in it. So, and the solution does not allow beam of light to scatter. So what do you mean by the scattering of light? What is that process mean? Process called as?
Tyndall effect.
Yeah.
Tyndall effect.
It's a simple Tyndall effect. What do you mean by Tyndall effect? When you pass a beam of light, a thin beam of light through a solution, through a beaker containing a solution, if the particles are very small, less than 10 to the power of 1 or 10 to the power of 9 nanometer size, very small, which we cannot see with our naked eye or even with the electronic microscope. Okay, that much small. So when you pass the light through the beaker containing this solution, true solution especially, the particles cannot absorb the light because they are very small. The particles cannot absorb the light and they cannot scatter the light. Understood? That is tincture effect. So true solution does not show the scattering of light, scattering the beam of light. So it does not show because of the size of the very small size of the particle. And these particles, when we filter these particles, they pass through the filter paper. We can't find any residue on the filter paper. We can't find any residue on the filter paper. Understood? So for example, can I explain you about the tincture once again, like in brief? Sorry, Tyndall effect. So Tyndall effect in the sense, when I have taken a beam of light passing through a beaker containing true solution. For example, salt and water. So the light just passed through the beaker. So we can't find the scattering of light. Why? Because this is because of very small size of particles. So true solutions won't show the Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is nothing but scattering of light, beam of light. Any doubts? And the solution is stable. We can't find anything moving. So that's why we consider it, the solution is stable. I think you have already gone through all these concepts, I think, because of like breaks due to the cancellation of the classes and some vacation like Dasra. In that sense, some classes got cancelled, I think. Am I right? Because of your exams. That's why we have breaked up. Otherwise, we would have completed this long time. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.